I'd like to start week 5, first of all by mentioning a very dear friend of mine, my best friend's father, Keith Thomas, who actually, when I had my very hazy first week, particularly with my father's news, at the same time we got news that Keith Thomas had got bowel cancer. He's been in for the operation this week and he's making incredible strides, so we're really proud of you, Keith, and good luck with the rehab from that, and also your prehab for the little problem you have with cancer in the liver as well. So best of luck, mate, and you're doing brilliant. Also to my father, this week's important for him because he will be getting he's finally getting his results, but I'm pleased to say that he's been brilliant. His attitude's completely turned. He's keeping himself fit. He's considering packing up smoking. He's playing golf every single day, and it has been rumoured that he has been seen eating lettuce leaves recently. My target was operation to London Marathon in 80 days. However, I'm really struggling to get a place in a London Marathon. Despite tweeting Richard Branson and Bill Bailey, I still don't seem to have any success. So I do have a backup, and my backup will be the Warwickshire Shakespeare Marathon the week after. So that will be operation to Warwickshire Marathon in 3 months. But if you see my schedule later, you'll realise that that extra week might actually be very valuable to me. Training's going particularly well, but that's because I've got a bit of time at the moment without travel. But I'm up to 8 miles. I do have to be a little bit careful. I do get a little bit of blood in my number 1 sometimes if I push it too hard. So I'm moving forward cautiously. But now please let me to show you how I'm planning the London Marathon. For every marathon you should put together a marathon training plan. Here you can see this is from 0 miles all the way up to 26.2 miles, and along here you can actually see the number of weeks involved. Pre-app or before prehab, should I say, before my operation, I did some training from December the 19th onwards. That got me up to about 6 miles. But obviously from the operation on February the 1st, 2 weeks where I couldn't do any jogging, but I started jogging again after 2 weeks. So if we add those up, that will require a straight line graph roughly looking like this. Now that graph is running at a rate of around about 2.6 miles per week that I need to increase. So every single week I need to be 2.6 miles. Well, after 3 weeks I managed to do 5 miles, so I was ahead there. And while I was away in Cancun, I also did an 8-mile run, so again I'm ahead of that line there. So everything's looking good. Unfortunately, there is something called life and work that I have to involve into this schedule, and as you can see here, week 6 I will have a trip to America and Canada. Now that involves 8 flights, a total flight time of approximately 34 hours, which means if you then consider 6 hours and 45 minutes on a plane before and after the flight, that's 40 hours on a plane, approximately 12 hours in airports, approximately 15 to 20 hours in cars and buses. So when we're looking at that one there, that is going to be a hellish of a week. Not to mention the 20 hours of meetings I've got to do. When I get back, there is also a 2-day trip to Germany, and then an equally or nearly as harsh trip to Tokyo there. And I get back from Tokyo on the Friday, and on the Saturday morning I go to a very good friend's wedding. So as you can see, although I'm trying to achieve this line, I've got some very big obstacles in the way. Not to mention, somebody's mentioning the possibility of going to Finland for 3 days. I'm possibly selling 2 houses in that period of time, and also buying 2 houses in that time. So as you can see, basically the plan is very nice, but it makes absolutely No sense whatsoever. There is only one way to approach this. BARMY Army! BARMY Army! BARMY Army! Not bad, running back to normal. Dr. Karim, look away now.